need you to be a part of my soul company. See the light and don't deny. Soul company.
I don't know if you've ever wondered what a $2 aimbot looks like, but now you know. All those guys could have just been frolicking in the woods together. Either way, it doesn't really matter, because the Xbox One, and that's its actual name, was revealed yesterday. I watched the whole of the press conference, and I thought I'd tell you what I thought about it. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the pictures of it, but this is it, if you were wondering. It's basically the console. You get the Kinect with it this time, and you also get an Xbox controller, which looks very similar to the other one. There is, of course, no sort of touch screen thing on it like there is on the PlayStation one. I actually think the controller looks better than the PlayStation controller did, but the console just is ugly as. I mean, why would you model something like that when you've got something that actually looks quite nice in the previous generation? The Xbox 360 to me just looks a heck of a lot better than the Xbox One does. So I guess in the end you're probably just going to have to hide it at the back of your cabinet. In fact, I would be very surprised if the PlayStation 4 didn't look better than the Xbox One, because, to be honest, the standard has been set at sort of Sarah Jessica Parker level, so there is much room for improvement when that finally gets revealed, which will presumably be at E3 on June the 11th. What are the specs? Who knows? Who cares, really? In the end, as I'm sure you know from the Xbox 360 and the PS3, it really just depends how the developer of the game actually utilizes what's there. There's going to be no significant difference between the Xbox One and the PS4. If you buy one because you think the graphics are better on one or the other, you're an idiot. You should just be buying it because of the games that you can actually get on one or the other, or because you prefer the controller, or your friends are on one. They should be the determining factors, not the supposed specs. Because you could say, now it looks like about a $600, $700 PC base unit, but to be honest, it will perform a lot better than that, just because obviously things are tweaked to actually perform well for those systems. As well as that, in the future, supposedly, some of the processing that your Xbox would have to do, to actually render out the game's graphics, are going to be done, and I'd imagine at the moment, given how poorly OnLive was received and actually used, it isn't something which can actually be done until broadband speeds increase. But some of the processing is going to be done on the Xbox cloud, so not actually on your Xbox, which means that graphics could sort of improve over the length of this next-gen console. Now, a lot of you asked me yesterday why I hadn't put up a video straight away on the Xbox One to tell you my thoughts on it, but it's because I wanted to see what people's thoughts on what amounts to next-gen actually is, because watching back the press conference, it seems to me that Microsoft's impression of it is that it's mainly an entertainment system, and that's probably right actually, because there's 48 million Xbox users, people who've actually purchased the console, and even a big game like Call of Duty only gets like sort of 2 to 3 million. So that's a lot of people who buy an Xbox for something other than playing games on it, which is probably why they structured the press conference like that. But other than being an entertainment next-gen system that you're going to have in your living room, the whole family's going to shout at it to turn it on. Of course, that's going to be interesting when your sister wants to play Spyro the Dragon 12 and you want to play Call of Duty Ghosts. You're going to have to win favours with this Xbox. I don't know what Xbox is like, but you're probably going to have to dust it gently. You have to slide discs in. Okay, that sounds weird, but that's basically what you're paying $500 for. Something that is going to control your life. That's next gen. But as I was saying, next gen to Microsoft, other than being an entertainment system, must be about graphics, since they showed 15 minutes of Call of Duty Ghosts at the end of the presentation, which was entirely about the graphics. Zero gameplay was shown at it. These graphics, though, at the presentation, they of course compared Modern Warfare 3, a game nearly 2 years old now. Black Ops 2, in my opinion, did look better than Modern Warfare 3, to Ghosts, and the graphical improvement was obviously very noticeable, especially with the level of details of the models, and because the new consoles are sort of built like PCs instead of off random processors that no computer sort of built off, they're actually going to be a lot more transferable, so you should see a noted improvement in PC games. However, in terms of overall graphical improvement, I thought I'd show you these two screenshots. The one on the left is of course Next Gen Ghosts, the one on the right is Last Gen Battlefield 3. And I actually scaled down the one on the right, so it was 1280 by 720p, so because it originally was at like 3000 pixel resolution, so it could be a fair comparison. So that's the difference that you're seeing across generations. Finally though, before this video ends, Hutch and I were discussing on Skype last night, just after the Xbox reveal, what we thought people would be playing on the next generation of consoles. We both agreed that people would probably, especially regarding first-person shooters, be playing a wider variety of games on it. On the current consoles, Call of Duty is the superior game on there, because it's fluid, and it honestly has the most fun gameplay with what the 360 and the PlayStation 3 can actually achieve. But now that games like Battlefield 4 can actually fulfill their potential on a new console because they're more powerful, I'd be surprised if that player base didn't switch across to an extent. But you know, what the fuck do I know? Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next chapter.
I need you.